So welcome back to your yoga practice. This is your regular Thursday flow. My name is Zigby. I'll be your guide for tonight's practice. So this is your beginner's practice for today's session. If this is your first time getting into the groove of the practice, welcome to the journey. Hopefully this will be something that you can bring with you wherever you go. Since it's a beginner's practice, take it easy. Be easy on yourself on your mat. You can arrange your mat this way first. I'll be doing the mirror image, by the way. So my right is your right is my left, and vice versa. Okay. But in the event that you get lost or you get confused during the flow, you just follow your side, the side that you started already with, and just make sure that you even it out along the way. Okay. So again, it's a beginner's practice. So we'll do a slow and steady type of flow. Maybe some poses are new. Maybe you have seen them before. Maybe you have practiced them. Maybe in another type of modality of movement. Just make sure that you are comfortable in doing them, and if you need to rest in between, please make sure to rest in between. Okay? And hopefully we get to end the practice all together still. Okay? So we begin in an easy seated posture. So what I'm doing right now is Vajrasana, wherein I bring my knees and my thighs together. Okay, I'm sitting on my heels. The tops of my feet are fleshed out. But if this is too much for you, you can always curl the toes under and sit on your heels instead. Or rather, make yourself a little bit higher than the usual Vajrasana. But if this is still not yet right at this point, if you have a block or maybe a pillow that you can grab, so you bring your hips a little bit higher. So I'm not sitting on my heels. Actually, my heels are slightly touching the sides of my bum, but basically my sit bone is pressed against the block instead. Okay, so whatever it is that makes you comfortable there, begin to settle in and settle down. Place your palms on top of your thighs, palms down maybe, or palms up. Maybe shimmy the shoulders, shimmy the hips, until you fully arrive in your own bodies this evening. Maybe you need to close your eyes at this point so that you can help yourself arrive there. Take a deep breath in, and then open your mouth as you exhale. Once again, breathe in. In your mouth, release. One last inhale. Exhale. So still with your eyes closed, just continue breathing as normally as you would. But slowly as you exhale, try to close your mouth and begin to experience breathing in and out through your nose instead. So remember, whenever you inhale, you try to feel the body expand, trying to make spaces so that the breath can come in and stay there. And whenever you exhale, you make sure that the body becomes softer every step of the way. So as you slowly quiet down the body. Begin to quiet down the mind as well as your heart. Especially if you are feeling some troubles at this point in your lives. Maybe you are anxious about things that are happening or maybe not happening. Allow this time to just become quiet, not just with words, but even with your thoughts, giving yourselves the time to relax, softening the mind, and releasing any stresses or tension that you may be feeling, not just in your bodies, but in your heart as well. So when you do this, you allow yourselves to become gracious, you become much more open. Maybe along the way, you get a deeper perspective on things, so that when you get back to your usual routine after the practice, maybe your mind is clearer, your heart is much more open, your body a little bit less tense or loose. So you can take on the world much better. Become aware of how you breathe at this point. Try to make sure that it's longer, it's softer. So you're not rushing, you're becoming much more aware of how you breathe in and how you breathe out. Two more breaths here. Still with your eyes closed, just bring your hands to your heart space, palms together. Namaste, everybody. Open your eyes, chin up. Let's begin. Inhale, lift your arms over your head. Then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart space, hands down to the sides. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, in. Now as you exhale, release your right hand down to the floor. Palm can be down, maybe on your fingertips instead, okay? Wherever you are, inhale. Then as you exhale, side stretch. Come back to the center. Inhale. Once again, exhale. So this is what I said when I mentioned that I'm doing the mirror image. So I'm using my left, but I'm calling it my right, okay? Exhale. Stay here first. And all the way up, lift. Release your left hand down, close to your right knee. Just place it on top. Walk your right hand behind. Inhale. Then as you exhale, twist from the waist up. Maybe you can look over your right shoulder. So we're not twisting the neck, we're twisting from the waist up, okay? Come back to the center, inhale. Then as you exhale, left hand lowers down. One more breath as you breathe in. And as you exhale, release. Two more times on your own. One more. So relax both shoulders there. Back to the center. Release your right hand to your left knee. Walk your left hand behind. Inhale. Exhale. Twist away. Just a gentle twist here first. Nothing fancy. And release. So if you are seated on a block or a pillow, set it aside first. So we're still facing the screen here. Just bring your knees slightly apart. Allow your toes to touch. Then sit your palms against your heels. Okay, slowly shimmy down your spine and begin to walk your hands forward. So if you need to rest your head on a block or on a pillow instead because it's softer actually, you can use that as setup also. Just allow yourselves to find comfort here. This is your balasana or your child's pose. Stay there first. So if you need to make some adjustments along the way, more breath here in your child's. Slowly release. Okay, lift your chest here. So look forward. Begin to lift the hips. Try to separate the feet at this point. Maybe adjust the knees. Bring them a bit closer to each other. And then slowly, as you push forward, lower the hips down. Okay? Open the chest. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale. Move the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. So just repeat the cycle first. Allowing a little bit of stretch to happen in your spine. So I'm not using the sides here first because I want to use the sides of the mat in a little while. So, because I don't have a space behind me. So I'll just maximize my sides a little bit later. Release here. Okay. Lift the hips and then stretch your right leg out to the side. So remember, you can always cushion the left knee. You can release the foot behind your left knee. You can always curl the toes under, okay? Whatever works. So as I stretch my right leg here, try to place the sole of the right foot, okay, as much as you can. Because once you do that, especially the outer blade of the right foot, you get to feel a deeper stretch in your inner seam or in your inner thigh. Okay? Push back to your your extended child's pose. Inhale. And begin to lower the hips once again. So if the foot lifts in the process, that's okay. We're just doing some sort of spine mobility here. So if you need to make some adjustments, please adjust. We're just slowly warming up the joints, making sure that everything is okay. Last one here. Back to the center. Release your right knee down. Switch leg. So adjust. Push back. And move forward. So as we move forward and back, make sure that you are breathing as well. That is what makes yoga. Your breath movement. So you're not just moving your body, you're allowing actually the body to move along with your breath. allowing the breath to become the gauge of how you move. Last one. Come back to the center. Bring your left knee down. Walk the hands back. Okay, sit on your heels. Interlace the fingers. Just do some circular motion in your wrists. Release any tension there. And allow the blood to, flow all throughout the arms, the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders as well. Release. Okay, let's all face the left side of your mat. So bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips, toes curl under. Okay, now as you breathe in, lengthen the spine, lower the belly down, push your chest forward, ease up to the ceiling or maybe your nose. So make sure that you're not hiking up your shoulders close to your ears. Separate them. And as you exhale, push into your chest, suck the navel in, round the spine, cat pose. Inhale to your cow, exhale to your cat. So silently on your own, just allow the breath to move freely through your body. Let the breath guide your movement. Last one. Come back to the center. We start first with the right leg. Right leg reaches back. Toes are pressed down. So make sure that the right leg is stretched. Shoulders remain above your wrists. So make sure that you're pressing the mat firmly. Activate the shoulders so that you don't feel unnecessary weight onto your wrists. Okay? Lift the right leg up. Just find your balance there. First, try not to open hips. Hips remain parallel to the floor. So maybe you need to roll the right hip down. Try to bring the right leg in line with the hip if you can. Then maybe, just maybe as an option, your other arm reaches forward. But you don't have to, okay? Make sure that the practice is your own. If it's not working for you, then feel free to stop, pause, and take the option that really is suitable for you this evening's practice, One more breath here. Release. Right knee down. Walk the hands back. Maybe that isn't much. But it's okay. We're trying to find balance in your posture here in your body. Other side. Left leg now reaches back. So before you even lift the left leg, make sure that you are stable enough. Core is engaged. So suck the navel in so that you're not sagging the hips and the belly down, as well as the spine. To support the lower back. And once you're ready, left leg lifts high. So just bring your gaze down. You don't have to always look at me or look at the screen. Just follow your breath. And if you want to engage your body just a little bit more, maybe the right arm reaches forward. Just try. Release, right hand down. Release, left knee down. Sit back, relax, breathe. Alright, okay. Now from here, use your hands as an anchor. Begin to lift your knees off the mat. Okay, press the heels down. Slowly, slowly. Lift the hips. Hang down there. If you are having a hard time breathing properly here, you can always bring your head above your heart. Okay? Otherwise, fold forward. Soften the knees a lot so that your hands can reach the mat or the feet. Make sure that you're comfortable here. And just like a rag doll, swing gently down. Back to the center. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Climb up a bit higher. Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway fold or halfway lift. Now as you breathe in or as you breathe out rather, fold once again. Maybe reach your hands down. Fold. One more time. Breathing in. Begin to stretch your hamstrings, your calves, lengthen the spine, chest moves forward. Then as you breathe out, fold. So just repeat the process until you become comfortable in the flow. Until your body feels it. Feels the lengthening, the spaces that you're creating in your joints, in your body. Now from here, bend the knees once again. Okay, separate the feet. Toes are out, heels are in. Bring your hips to your heels. Come down in your Malasana. So if I'm facing the screen, so my knees are wide apart. Now if you're having a hard time sitting down, maybe your pillow again can help you, or your block. You can use your block as a way to elevate the floor closer to you. Okay, it makes easier, or it makes the posture much easier. Okay. Otherwise, bring the heels down. Maybe you can bring your palms close to your chest, so you can use your elbows to splay the knees just a bit wider. Malasana. Relax the shoulders. Okay. Relax the breath. This is one of those postures that help make the body stronger. They say that it allows a little bit of longevity to happen as you continuously make sure that your hips remain open, your spine becomes lengthened. It's always good for the general well-being of your spine, actually, in your hips. One more breath here. And then slowly we lift. And back up. So feet are parallel to each other. Hands to your shin bones. Exhale. Fold. Soften the knees. Slowly become up. All the way up. All the way up. So let's face the left side of your mat once again. Stand at the top. Arms reach forward and up. Palms together. And as you exhale, fold all the way down to the floor. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to rise. Bend the knees. Hands to your heart space. Hands down to the sides of your body. So we repeat. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to bend the knees a lot, bend the knees a lot. Halfway lift. You can always lift or bring your hands to your shin bones once again. Otherwise, stay wherever you are. Exhale. Fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to your heart. Release. One last. Lift. Fold. Inhale. Exhale. Changes here. Bend the knees. Step your right foot behind. All the way to the back. Then lower your right knee down to the floor. So your toes remain curled under. Okay? Arms reach forward and up. So arms are reaching towards the ceiling. Your shoulders above your hips. So remember to cushion the right knee if you need to, especially if your flooring is a bit harder. Left knee is above the ankle. Okay, it points towards your big toe. Okay, try not to make your left knee cave in or cave out. Press the left foot down so you remain stable. Then your arms reach forward. You don't have to necessarily overarch the back. Okay, so just find length in the front of your body, the sides of your body as well. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Breathing in once again. And as you breathe out, slowly stretch your left leg. Okay? Toes can be pointing forward. We'll try to flex the left foot in a while. Once again. Bend your left knee. Come up. Exhale. Inhale once again. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So if you need to walk your left foot a bit more forward so that you can stretch your left leg a lot, then take that option as well. So make sure that your spine is long. Your chest reaches forward. You're not folding in a way that you're rounding the spine. We're trying to counter actually that particular setup that has been happening in our spine ever since we become so engrossed with our technology. Now make sure that your hamstrings are engaged. You're not locking the left knee. And then once you're ready to flex the left foot, flex the left foot. So your toes are pointing towards your shin bones. You feel the stretch in your left hamstring here. So actually everything is engaged. Your back foot is flexed so that you remain stable. Breathe. So let's release the posture. Re-lunge your left knee. At this point, lift the right knee off the mat. So begin to stretch that right leg, okay? Let it breathe. Just slowly walk your left hand all the way to the right. Okay, lower the right heel down. Adjust the left foot. So you're facing the screen actually here, but your left knee remains bent. Almost like what you did earlier when we started the practice. Stretch now your left leg. Re-lunge your left knee. So all throughout, your right leg remains stretched. Stretch now the left leg. Bend the left knee once again. Stretch. Bend. Lift the chest. Push the hips back. Stretch. Bend. Now we stretch fully. Adjust the toes and the foot so that the toes are pointing inside, and then your heels point out to the sides. Okay? Inhale, lift the chest, and as you exhale, fold. So relax. So if you need to bend the knees so that you can land your hands down onto your mat, please bend the knees. Okay? So you want everything to be anchored down onto your mat. And if we can stretch the legs, stretch the legs so you can feel what is happening in the backs of your legs there. Breathing in, soften the knees. So we continue walking now all the way to the right side of your mat. I'm now bending my right knee here. My left leg is fully stretched. Okay? Now lower your left knee down to the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. And slowly lower the hips down. Okay? Wrap your right arm around. Okay? So you're reaching for your left hip here. Reach only as far as you can. Okay? Then lift your left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe bend the left knee, or rather the left elbow. The palm of your left hand lands on your back. So no need to grab the other hand, but if you can, go ahead. Or maybe you can use a towel. Grab both sides or both ends of the towel and hold on to that towel. Okay? Push your chest up to the ceiling. Breathe. Slowly unwind by lowering the hands down. Left knee lifts. Left foot steps forward. Exhale. Hold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Hands to your heart space. Hands down to the sides. Okay? So bring your hands behind your back. Chest lifts. And then release. So let's repeat the cycle, the flow. Starting off now with your left. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale to rise. So we're doing everything that we did earlier on the right side. Now we'll work on the left. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. So try not to overthink what you're doing right now. Just allow the breath to move you. So if you are able to continuously flow, that's fine. Good for you. But if you forget one posture or 2 postures in the process, that's okay. So this is your last. Changes now. Bend your knees. Now your left foot, that is the front foot, close to the screen. Step it back. Left knee lowers down. Then low lunge. Arms reach high. Exhale. Hands lower down. Inhale. For space. Exhale. Stretch that right leg. So adjust if you need to adjust. Okay? A few more times. Maybe on your own. Stay here first. So remember how you felt in your low lunge earlier. Now we flex the right foot. Chest moves forward. Breathe. Back to your lunge. Left knee lifts. Then walk all the way to the left. So just slowly find your own groove there. Both feet are planted down. Left leg is fully stretched. Your right knee remains spread. Okay? And slowly get that right leg to stretch. Your lunge. So repeat. So be careful with your knee joints. So you can always go deeper if you can. You can always pull back if you have to. Okay? Last one, we stretched, we pivot the foot, those are in. Bring your hands directly under the shoulders at this point. Inhale, forward fold, wide-legged version. Remember, head above the heart if it's too much for you, okay? If you're getting dizzy whenever you do a fold. The yoga practice is one way of determining how your body moves, how it works, and how your body responds to the movement. Each body is different. That is okay. Bend now the knees. Walk back to the left side of the mat. This is where we started earlier. And lower the right knee down. Bring your hands to your hips. So reset. Okay. Hopefully you're still here with me. And wrap your left arm around. Relax. So lower the hips as far as you can. Right arm reaches forward and up. Then bend the right elbow. You can grab your shirt there, or maybe a towel, or you can bind if you can. So wherever you are, create that space in the front of your body. Breathe. Slowly unwind. Changes here Slide your left knee behind. Sit back down. Palms onto your thighs. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Inhale. And then exhale. Hands on your mat. Okay, cross the legs from behind. Sit back down. Stretch your legs forward. Okay? So we're now fully grounded onto your mat. There's much more grasping that is happening here because more of your body is pressed against the mat. Okay? It's much more stable. You can always bend the knees here. Just grab any part of your feet. I'll grab my big toes here. Chest moves forward, spine lengthens, okay? And if you can stretch your legs, go ahead. And just let your body fall down. No need to go deep. If you find yourselves with your spine rounding here, try to adjust, maybe soften the elbows, chest moves forward, the spine is long. Even if that means your chest is not closer to your thighs or your legs, that's okay. Inhale, chest lifts, and then exhale, release. Now bend both knees, feet down, hands down. Now scoot your hips close to your heels, and just slowly lie down on your back. Knees to your chest. Allow your spine to become massaged or to be massaged instead. Okay, as you bring your knees closer to your chest, and as you exhale, release both knees down to the right side. Make sure that the left shoulder is pressed down. Supine twist. Just take it easy here. Eyes are closed. Allow the body to slowly unwind and relax. Come back to the center. Hug your knees once again. Your chest. And as you exhale, bring both knees down to the left side. And make sure that the right shoulder is pressed down. If your right shoulder is lifted, maybe adjust the hips. The goal here is to relax the right shoulder as well as you twist away. Back to the center. Easy your chest once again. But now separate them. Bring your knees closer to your armpits. And bring your feet above the knees. Flex the feet. If you can grab your big toes, the blades of the feet, the ankles. Okay, take your pick. Happy baby pose here. Elbows are bent. Just maybe rock side to side. Release the bind. Lower your feet down. Feet wider than your hips. Draw the knees together. Reach your arms forward, but release them down so that your shoulders relax onto your mat. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth as you breathe out. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Exhale. Relax everything here. Soften the joints. Soften the muscles. Make some adjustments along the way. The back should remain flat. Your hips are relaxed down there. Your knees resting against each other. By doing this, you allow the back to be released of any tension, if there is any at all. Eyes are closed. Feel free to stay here if you want to. Otherwise, you can always open the knees and then bring the soles of the feet together like a butterfly here, a supine butterfly. You can support your thighs by bringing your hands against your thighs, or maybe the block, the pillow can support your thighs instead. Okay? The farther your heels are away from your groin, the easier the posture is. But if you want to go for a deeper hip stretch, bring the heels closer to your groin. As long as you feel relaxed there, okay? No need to push at this point. Stay there, eyes are closed. Or maybe you can release your arms down instead. And surrender. Stay there, wherever you are. Eyes are closed. Just allow yourselves to focus on your breath. I know that I cannot overemphasize enough the importance of your breath there, because the breath determines whether you are still rushing, whether the breath gauges the heartbeat or the pace of your breath, of your heart, whether the body feels soft, whether it has surrendered already or not. Stay there in your posture and just surrender. as we begin to close the practice, we are now entering the most important part of your flow, and that is your Shavasana. So whatever position that you are in, begin to slowly stretch the legs forward. Allow the legs to remain open, and just let your feet pull out to the sides of your mat. Maybe adjust the hips, adjust the spine, adjust the shoulders, even the placement of your head. Sometimes we find ourselves overarching the neck. Try to shorten the distance between your chin and your chest. Notice what it does to your back, your neck as well, especially your neck. So eyes remain closed, but we're not sleeping here. We're just slowly closing in. We're allowing everything to become inward as we look inward. Allowing calmness to manifest in our bodies. Allowing peace to become your go-to state as you remain steady there. So if thoughts slowly start creeping back into your minds, that is okay. But know that you have the power to park them first. Try not to judge. You can always go back to them later on after the practice is done. Just give yourselves a few minutes more of silence, of calmness, of peace. Slowly come back to the spaces around you. So from your Shavasana, bring movements back to your bodies. Slow movements only. Maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle fingers. Shimmy the hips a little bit, the shoulders. Now bring the legs together. Then reach your arms over your head. Give yourselves a body stretch, like waking up in the morning. Stretch. Bring life back to your bodies. Then as you exhale, gather your knees back to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Hug yourselves tight. And then just lie down onto one side, knees down, like in a fetal posture. Take a deep breath in there. Exhale. And using your hand, okay, place the hand to the floor or the mat and slowly pick yourselves up. Come back up to a seated posture. You can always use the block again or a pillow. So I'm doing a modified version of lotus or a crisscross seated posture. If this is not yet available for you, that's okay. You can do an easy seated posture or sukhasana. Okay? And bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, please. Chest lifts. Stretch your arms. Okay, from behind. Knuckles down. And then release. Walk your hands forward. Breathing in. And then breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back. Bring the palms touch. Inhale. And then exhale. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's seal the practice with one sound of Om. Exhale all the air out. Inhale for Om. United in practice, united in breath, united in sound. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I wish you peace, peace, and peace. Thank you. Namaste. So thank you once again. Hope you had a good practice this evening. And our practice continues next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.